So we learned that David Wilcock, according to his family and friends, actually did unalive himself. That's the reports right now. That's what the family's saying. That's what's coming out. And so and they're saying the reason why is because he ran out of money. And I mean, I can believe that, honestly, because I've been poor pretty much my entire life. You know, like my parents have been wealthy, but I personally have been poor. I've lived paycheck to paycheck with every job. I've only been able to live out of my house for 2 years in my whole adult life because I can't afford it. I've had a lot of like crazy shit go on with my career as well. As a nurse, I've had like all sorts of really deep injustices happen that have prevented me from making an income, or one that like I worked really hard to go to school for, and then I've had to take like these low paying jobs like Instacart or things like that. And so, yeah, the illusion of poverty down here is a bitch because they tie everything to our like living and our needs being met and all this stuff. You have to have money, and they keep making it more and more unattainable to get our needs met. And you know, it does seem kind of unbelievable that somebody who's like a TV personality and has a huge following could have like no money left. But we don't know what goes on, you know, in people's lives, and you know what business deals they're doing and things like that. And poverty is a demon that we have to fight down here. It's a demon that you have to fight within yourself mentally, that like you're worth more than what this society has told you that you're worth. And that for me, again, I get this metacognition that things are going to be resolved within the next 2 to 3 years. And so like that's kind of what I'm holding on to. I've always held on to like a mustard seed of hope because I've always been like pretty broke. You know, it's been rare that I have ever had extra money, like savings or anything like that. So it's one of our challenges right now is a lot of us are poor right now. A lot of us light workers, a lot of us who are doing this kind of work because we're not meant to be part of society, but also it's like really hard when, you know, a lot of us are really struggling too to go to work, to be in the matrix right now, because we're waking up to the fact that this is all manipulated. So it makes it 10 times harder to interact or be around the matrix too. And so it is this delicate balance of like grounding into your human experience and basically surviving and doing what you can until the time comes. And like, that's what we've been doing. That's what I've been doing. I've just been keeping my head down and, you know, just holding on to hope. And when shit, you know, blows up in my face, then I'll let it blow up in my face, like whatever. You know, I don't have insurance. I can't go to doctors. Those types of, I have asthma. I have an autoimmune disorder. All this crazy shit. But I'm just like, whatever at this point. I literally don't care. And I'm just letting things play out the way that they're meant to, even though I'm literally going in so much debt every month. Like, I've already been in debt my whole life, though. So I'm like, literally, these aren't new demons for me to face, being poor or poverty. But for some people, it might be. Like, for some people, they might have felt very comfortable all their lives, or like their money is just, it's like this, it's like again, that's why I've gotten this metacognition of viewing this as like this reality is happening for you, not to you, and to not get into victim mentality, which is like it's been one of the hardest things for me to rewire, is to get out of victim mentality, because you can just start to spiral. You're like, oh, I don't have any money left, and so there goes like the rest of my life. And it's like, no, you know, you have to just believe that God will provide some way. Like, you know, that's where I'm at with things. And I'm not saying like, obviously, we don't know the true situation with David or what exactly happened. We will in our lifetimes. We'll know the truth. And if it is what they're saying it is, because he like ran out of money and he unalived himself, there's lots of reasons for that. You know, it is a really hard demon to face because, you know, there's a lot of shame and guilt around it. Like, I've felt ashamed and guilty, you know, all my life, because my parents, like, they always make me feel like I'm, you know, burdening them with my existence, even though they've seen how challenging my existence has been. So it's like, yeah, sorry, I'm not like functioning like normal people. I've had a pretty difficult fucking life here. But, you know, of course, there's no consideration or care for people like us or me at all, ever. I'm always doing something wrong. I'm always to blame. And so that is actually kind of the nice thing too, is like my life has been so horrible, but it's like, it's been so horrible that it's numbed me out. That like all these narratives that people keep trying to tell me about shit, I'm like, I don't give a fuck what you have to say. Like I'm listening to God now. Like, I don't give a fuck what you in this stupid matrix in this stupid place has to say to me about squat shit. You know, whatever, God will provide. It is what it is. We'll find a way out of this. Like, this is extremely challenging right now for a lot of people. So this is the best advice I can give people who are feeling like they have thoughts of unaliving themselves, because I've had them all my life. I've had these same thoughts. And so it does make me really sad. You know, this is the hardest time for me right now, is people who are losing their lives right now. You know, it's a lot easier to kind of like be like, okay, like somebody lost their life like 13 years ago or even 5 years ago or something like that. People who are losing their life right now, I'm like, you guys are so close. Why would you contract to like lose your life right before everything switches? But there's a series of events that need to happen within our subconscious. Like this has flooded the whole media now, this David Wilcock thing. Nobody believes that he actually unalived himself. After listening to his friend, you know, I'm like, I think it could very well be plausible that he did unalive himself and this isn't nefarious. But I mean, now the other shit, I don't believe that. The other scientists, but him specifically, because, you know, I know what it's like. I know what it's like to face the demons of poverty. And it's like, it's rough, bro. You're just like, I literally can't even get myself out of this hole I've dug myself into. I'm going to be poor the rest of my life. My credit score is tanking. I can't pay for health insurance. I can't pay for this insurance. And if I can't pay for this insurance and that insurance is not this insurance and that and this and that and student loans and all this crazy demons that I have to like face it every fucking month. Like, I'm like, oh, well. Oh, fucking well. What are they going to do? Come murder me? No, it's like, I'm going to take the chances. I'm just going to keep going, and like something's got to give. This is unsustainable for all of us, you know, but like if you haven't been fighting those demons all your life, they can be kind of really jarring, and they can really be dark, and they can really be scary, and they can, you know, cause you to get into places where you just like don't feel like you can get yourself out of. And like that's like how I felt all my life pretty much, is like I was like, because of being poor and all this shit, because I was like, dude, I can't get out of this, bro. Like I'm screwed. Like because bad stuff kept happening to me. So, and it was completely out of my control. So then like, I just kept getting in worse and worse debt and more poverty as time went on. As I was healing too. So that's why it was so hard for me, because I was like, dude, I'm literally doing all the right things. And like, my life is getting increasingly harder. Like yes, I've like traded off the demon of like, you know, I don't know, like having to like feel the pressure of going to work. But now I feel like this demon of like all this other injustice that I have to face with the nursing board, and like the fact that I've lost so much wages, the fact that I spent so much money, you know, like I have spiraled my whole life with this. Like I've had many reasons to off myself because of money in this simulation. And the only way I've overcome it is by holding on to the hope that there is a better tomorrow for us someday, and that it's going to be sooner than later. Like, and I've gotten psychic downloads about it now. And so like, that's really what I'm doing. That's the best advice I can give to people who are struggling with this, is like, those are demons that you agreed to challenge yourself with. It is an illusion. Money is an illusion. The system is a fucking illusion. The scare tactics that they use against you is an illusion. Yes, you can lose your housing and all of that kind of stuff. But just know that God will provide. God will provide a way, even if it's a challenging way. Like God's made me fucking come back to hell. I have to live with these two people who have completely traumatized me and make me feel like shit when I have no control over what's happening to me right now. You know, like, and they know that, and they don't give a fuck, because they only give a fuck about themselves and preserving themselves and saving themselves. And that's what this entire society has caused us to do. People who want to help people like David Wilcock can't even help, because they're drowning themselves. And that's exactly what this system is designed to do. It's designed to make us feel like we have no hope, we have no help, and we have no community or resources or way to get through this. And we just detest it with our fucking own selves and being like, stop. I'm not gonna listen to your fucking illusions, you fucking stupid bitches. I'm done with your shit. You're not gonna tell me I'm poor. I know I'm not poor in 2 years. Sorry, I'm just poor right now. In the future, I'm gonna be very well off. Thank you so much. No thanks to your fucking asses either. You know, just detest it. Just be a fucking bitch. Like, just be fucking stubborn about it. Like, shit's gonna get better. Shit is gonna get better. You have to. That's all we have right now. We have nothing else. Everything else is bleak. All we have is hope. That's all we have.